I just applied at Trader Joe's.
Huh?
I just applied at Trader Joe's. I just applied at Trader Joe's.
Hello. Thank you. Oh, what a day. Hey, you. What are you doing, mister? Give me that ball. Well, then let a few more people come in, or it might just be me and you, Lil. I don't know. Alright. I'm not even on the Wi Fi right now. I had to use my data. That's why it took me so long to upload the live stream. And I had to come out to the living room. So, usually I'm in my room, but my phone don't like to work in there, unfortunately. And I am using the tripod and my phone. Hello, thank you for coming. And of course, y'all know the dog's bothering me, so I gotta throw his ball for him. Uh, he's old. He'll only go after it a few times, and then he'll lay down and chew on it and fall asleep. Whoops! I cannot wait. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. And it's vacay time. Heck yeah, I can't wait to get away from here for a couple days. It's gonna be nice. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you coming and listening. So I'm probably going to work on Sunday. We shall see. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Um, so today we start the traditions part, and so I will be reading the 12 steps before it, and then that I quit what? Oh no, I haven't quit yet. No, they don't know. I haven't told them yet. But anyways, so I will read the steps from the front of the book, and then we'll just go through the traditions, reading them, um, reading each tradition, and then when we do the next one after we're done with the 12 traditions, I'll start doing both, unless the people say it's too long, because we'll be reading out of the big book. My back is killing me. It nothing's giving me any relief. Nothing. I sit, I lay, I walk, everything hurts, and I went to physical therapy a couple weeks ago, and that's when it all started, and it is now across my whole lower back, and um so yeah, I went to that physical therapist once, and I haven't been back since, but I probably should call and see if I could get an appointment with the lady that does my physical therapy. But I did get a hold of pain management through my insurance, and they only um, let you do physical therapy, and they can send you to a chiropractor, but you have to pay for it. It's like $30 or whatever. It's like I don't have $30, people. And so I asked about the injections because they have like 11 injections that they can try. So I've already done the cortisone a couple of times, not just. And so she checked to see if my insurance would cover any of those injections and found out no, they do not. So I can't even get that, but I could go get acupuncture. I'd rather not get stick by more than one needle, thank you. No thanks. I'm good. So yeah, that's that. And I need to get a hold of a chiropractor that will take my insurance because I don't have to go to a specific one because I have an open card for insurance. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to say the Serenity Prayer and then I'll read the steps and then we'll get into tradition 1. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay, let's get to the steps. Step 1. We admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. 2. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3. Made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. 4. Made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 5. Admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6. We're entirely to have God remove all these defective characters. 7. Humbly ask Him to remove our shortcomings. 8. Made a list of persons we had harmed and become willing to make amends to them all. 9. Made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10. Continue to take personal inventory and when wrong, promptly admit it. 11. Sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. 12. Having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. Okay. Some of the steps are tongue tires, so I might stumble over words in the traditions area, just so y'all know. Okay, tradition 1. Our common welfare should come first. Personal recovery depends upon AA unity. The unity of Alcoholics Anonymous is the most cherished quality our society has. Our lives, the lives of all to come, depend squarely upon it. we stay whole, or AA dies. Without unity, the heart of AA would cease to beat. Our world arteries would no longer carry the life-giving grace of God. His gift to us would be sent aimlessly back again into their caves. Alcoholics would reproach us and say, "What a great thing AA might have been." Does this mean, some will anxiously ask, that in AA the individual doesn't count for much? Is he to be dominated by his group and swallowed up in it? We may certainly answer this question with a loud no. We believe there isn't a fellowship on earth which lavishes more devoted care upon its individual members. Surely there is none which more jealously guards the individual right to think, talk, and act as he wishes. No AA can compel another to do anything. Nobody can be punished or expelled. Our 12 steps to recovery are suggestions. The 12 traditions which guarantee AA's unity contain not a single don't. They repeatedly say we ought, but never you must. You almost threw that one under the couch, dude. AA, for the first time, is greatly puzzled. They see liberty verging on license, yet they recognize at once that AA has an irresistible strength of purpose and action. How, they ask, can such a crowd of intellectuous function at all? How can they possibly place their common welfare first? What in heaven's name holds them together? Those who look closely soon have the key to this strange paradox. The AA member has to conform to the principles of recovery. His life actually depends upon obedience to spiritual principles. If he deviates too far, the penalty is sure and swift. He sickens and dies. At first, he goes along because he must, but later he discovers a way of life he really wants to live. Moreover, he finds he cannot keep this priceless gift unless he gives it away. Neither he nor anybody else can survive unless he carries a message. The moment this 12th step work forms a group, another discovery is made. That most individuals cannot recover unless there is a group. Realization dawns that he is but a small part of a great whole, that no personal sacrifice is too great for preservation of the fellowship. He learns that a clamor of desire and ambitions within him must be silenced whenever these could damage the group. It becomes plain that the group must lost my spot. Let me find it. Okay, the moment the 12th step work forms a group, another discovery is made. I reread that part. Michael! The prime question in the group about us. We saw personalities destroying whole peoples. The struggle for wealth, power, and prestige was tearing humanity apart as never before. If strong people were stalemates in our erratic band of alcoholics, as we had once struggled and prayed for individual recovery, just so earnestly did we commence the quest for the principles through which AA itself might survive. On Envis of experience, the structure of our society was hammered out. Countless times in as many cities and hamlets, we recreated the story of Eddie Rickenbacker and his courageous company when their plane crashed in the Pacific. Like us, they had suddenly found themselves saved from death, but still floating upon a perilous sea. How well they saw what their common welfare came first. None might become selfish of water or bread. Each needed to consider the others, and in biting faith, they knew they must find the real strength, and this they did find in measure to transcend all the defects of their frail craft. Every test of uncertainty, pain, fear, and despair, and even the death of one. Thus has it been with AA. By faith and by works, we have been able to build upon the lesson of an incredible experience. They live today in the 12 traditions of Alcoholics Anonymous, which God willing shall sustain us in unity for as long as He may need us. So, one of my major things that I'm always sharing is I received the gift for free. I shall share my gift for free. Um, it's just AA is a good thing. They help more than just one, and it's true. If we didn't have us alcoholics, us recovering alcoholics to do the meetings, hold the meetings, go to meetings, all that stuff, we wouldn't have a whole, and I am only one person, and I hope I can reach and help many, it's not just one person. Maybe somebody can relate with some of my story and realize, okay, yeah, so I feel comfortable being listening to this person because this person's had the same things happen that I have. And that's exactly how I felt when I went into AA and I was listening to stories because I didn't go and actually participate. That means I didn't talk, I didn't share anything. It took me even a while to tell them my name. Stop. And but it was great to find a group of people that get up there that I could relate to and have understand me, and I could understand them. It's a blessing, a major blessing, and I'm so grateful to be able to give it to everybody for free because if I can help one person, it's worth it. I mean, I've helped 3 or 4 people already, but you know, um, it's just a great gift to be able to give. And I don't want to keep it all to myself because um, there are more people like me that are still suffering. and that haven't come to grips with the fact that they are an alcoholic, that they have not even come to tell themselves that they are alcoholic. And for some people, they don't get there. They never make it to that. And that's unfortunate because there is help. There is so much help for all things, all people. And when you come to a AA meeting, it is even here. It is all confidential. Um, the only people that you want to know your story is who will know your story. And even in meetings, we're not supposed to go and run at the mouth about other people and how their story is not uh, right and stuff like that. So that's why we have no judging, no bullying, no none of that. It's a meeting of being friends and being a listening part. And not everybody is lucky enough to have a family that understands or that is willing to forgive you for the mean things that you have done in this life. But once you find it and you forgive yourself, then you can start going and asking and making your amends to people. But you always have to admit it to yourself that you have a problem and that you need help with it. And then you go and get the help, whether it's here or in a meeting or at a doctor's office, because they, even if you go to a hospital, they can point you in the right direction to find a meeting. I'm sure they have those things, those types of flyers there at the hospitals. Um, I know when I went to the hospital for an emergency with my eyeball, they asked my husband if he wanted them to lock me up for 72 hours, and I'd be right there at the hospital, and he said no. So, yeah, it never dawned on me when I was still drinking. It never dawned on me that, he might know that I'm doing this every day. I thought I was being very sneaky, going to the store at 7 o'clock in the morning because that's when you can buy your beer. Um, I didn't realize that he knew that I was doing that. But he did. He knew I was doing that, and I put him and my kids and my family through turmoil. Okay, you're killing my back, Hopper. This is Mom's show, not Copper's show. What are you doing? Oh, now he's gonna wallow behind me and kick me. You're like a turtle stuck on your back, you weirdo. But I'm glad I got sober. I'm glad, so glad. I got my first job sober. I got watched my boys graduate sober. I got to see my niece graduate sober. There is so many things that I got to watch sober. Yeah, I'd love to reach out and say, hey, there's a meeting online. Maybe you could slip that to her without her maybe realizing it. Yes, his name is Copper. 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 Huh. That's your name, huh? We call him Fat Boy, too. Yeah. He comes to Fat Boy better. But yeah, just I've tried and tried and tried and tried to get my little sister to stop drinking, and I've given her the big book and left it, you know. I was like, here, you need to read this. I don't know if she does or if she doesn't. Whatever. What she does with it is her business, but I read my books. I think I've read this one at least 10 times. This book. I've read the big book like 4 or 5 times. Because what we would do was read the big book all the way through and then read the little book all the way through and then alternate. Yeah, we can't force them to quit. We can, like, encourage it. But, yeah, I can't go around my little sister because she's a violent drunk and I don't want to get beat up. Last time I went over there, well, not the last time, but the time before, um, we had thought that she would come to the campground because the last time we did it that way, we got along great. Well, crap happened and a big old fight, and she brought me into it, and I was like, I have nothing to do with this stuff, you know? I'm just trying to camp and mind my own business. But, yeah. Yeah, just mention the meeting right here, and maybe, uh, she'll come and watch and listen, and maybe she'll click with something that I'm saying. I'm willing to help any way I can in that. Having somebody enjoy the rest of their life with sobriety it's worth it. And um, it's sad that we have to watch them do this to themselves because we have gotten out of it. But we can't help everybody. We always try. But I mean, even at work, I said something to one of my bosses like about me being sober for 8 years, and there's a guy just standing there minding his own business, and I walked away from the boss, and the guy come up and tapped me on the shoulder. He's like, "You're like me?" And I was like, "What do you mean I'm not like you?" And he goes, "A recovering alcoholic?" And I was like, "Oh, yes, I am." I was like, "Yeah, I've got 7 years," because at that time it was 7 years. And I was like, "Yeah, I've got 7 years." And he goes, "I just started." I was like, "Well, congratulations." She's not functioning in a real life way, though. She is self-medicating, is what she's doing. She's ruining herself without realizing she's ruining herself because it's ruining the inside. It doesn't show on the outside as fast. Unless if you're dumb and you fall down like I did. Or you beat yourself up. So, I mean, it kills you within, and it does it slowly. And sometimes I never notice it until it's way too late. Yeah. Says, yep, doing, saying that you're gonna go and do things and then come up with an excuse why you're not. That was me. I won't lie, that's me. Every day, that was me. And I got sober on my own. I was sober for 8 months. And then, well, no, first of all, I was sober for a year. Then I went back out. And this is why I'm always saying, don't take that first drink, no matter what. Don't do it. Because you will literally go right back down to the bottom of the jug. Because that's exactly what I did. Exactly what I did. And I hadn't started AA or anything the first time I quit. So, but I did that all on my own. And then we moved to Southern Oregon and I got sober. And then we decided to come back to Portland area and I was sober for 8 months before we came back. No, I was 8 months before I went to AA. That's right. So yeah, um, but I am so grateful to my friend that taught asked me to meet him at a meeting, and my grandmother. Yeah, some of us can do it. There's a lot of us that can, but then again, there's like twice as many that can't, and it's sad. It is a hereditary thing. I don't care what anybody says, it's not. It is. It's a disease. It's an illness. It's an allergy. You're allergic to it, because you don't stop. And yeah, it's not fun being a drunk one, looking dumb, staggering your way down the store to get another one. It ain't worth it. The beer ain't worth it. It's a waste of money, waste of time. Although I have to say, it is kind of funny when you get to laugh at them. Because you're probably the soberest person in there. Who's that, Louie? I can't say it because I won't say people's names on here. Unless if I have permission. And, yeah. Because it is a confidential meeting, kind of, So, I will say, though, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified of the next meeting. And, of my adventure videos that I put up. But, yeah. Okay, yeah. Wow. Wow. My grandma is 91. She turned 91 in December. My dad's mom. Yeah. But, last week's meeting, I have to apologize. My brain was not all with it. I didn't say the serenity prayer when I left. I didn't do half the stuff I'm supposed to do. I left out doing the steps before I started reading the chapter. It was just a weird Saturday last week. Or was that Thursday? Whatever day it was. But I do meetings on Thursdays and Saturdays at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I do a live stream on Wednesdays after Ava Potterfield and Friends. I think it's probably, I start at like 7:15 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I will actually be able to do the full hour or longer because I think I'm going to go and quit tomorrow. I think I'm going to have to go and quit my job tomorrow because I can't do it. It's been a long year. A long year. Been there for a year and 2 months. Pretty proud of myself, though. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say the Serenity Prayer and close out the meeting. Yeah. For us, it's our little sister. Yeah, I'm going to have to. As much as I don't like to, I'm gonna have to do something about my back for sure. But I can't even get MRIs because I was told by OHSU, because that's where my insurance is from. They have a bunch of places that they run through now, I guess, or whatever. But they called me and told me that I couldn't get the MRI unless if I went and got an X-ray, did physical therapy, and pain management. Well, pain management is a big no because they can't help me. And getting X-rays, I've been trying to get the X-rays forever, and then getting the MRI, I can't get the MRI without all the other stuff first. It's like, hello, people, this is my back that's hurting, not yours. So I'm just frustrated with them. So, uh, so, but anyway, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I love you all. Be strong, stay safe, live life, laugh, and make sure you tell somebody you love them today. Love you guys. See you next time. I don't know how to close out my meeting.